doctors joining us on the panel. Dr. Rakesh Yadav is a cardiologist at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Dr. Vikas Maurya is a pulmonologist. He is joining us on the broadcast as well. We have R.P. Singh of the BJP with us on the panel, and Syed Asad Abbas is a political analyst who will be speaking on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party. R.P. Singh and Mr. Abbas, I would request both of you to let both the doctors speak because I know there has been a lot of tutu meme again as far as pollution politics is concerned, but we'll come to that in just a bit because we've been seeing politics for the last 8 years, 10 years over pollution, and it doesn't seem to have fixed anything at all on the ground. Before I come to you, I want to go to the doctors. Dr. Vikas Maurya, you're a pulmonologist. Help me understand this. Dr. Maurya, there's a reason why Delhi is feeling sick and tired right now, and it is the pollution, right? Everyone I know, or every second person I know is saying, we are feeling lethargic. There's no fever. We're feeling lethargic. We don't feel like doing anything. There's a strange cough. There is a headache. And there is no sense of well-being in this city today.
I think it's a very well said, and I think has been very told in very true terms by Dr. Trehan. As you know, in the morning also when I woke up, I was smelling something was smoking in the air. So it was pollution was so high that that when you woke up even in the morning, you feel that you try to cough, and obviously you are not inhaling the good quality of air. So that's why start having feeling of respiratory symptoms and obviously headache and all these things. So this all are suggesting that yes, for past so many years we are again talking of the same thing every year, but things are not moving as they should have moved by taking so much of steps have been taken, but still we are still struggling with the good quality of air. And it has been seen for last few weeks. Again, we are having more number of admissions, more number of respiratory ailments. People are coming with bronchitis or asthma attacks or their COPD attacks or other comorbidities with lower respiratory tract infection, upper respiratory infections, then pneumonias. So more increased number of respiratory illnesses they are now getting admitted and also coming in the OPD as well. Apart from this, we know that elderly as well as children are much more affected than the other people. But yes, healthy people are also seen with the symptoms as you have told. So again, it's very, very important that we should come up with some plan because we have been talking every year, but it's the same thing.
Dr. Maurya, can you help me understand this? Every year we read headlines that children in Delhi have smokers' lungs. If you're breathing this air that we are breathing right now, and we know this is not the worst, we know that the worst is yet to come, that levels will spike to 450, maybe 500, who knows. I want to help you make our viewers understand what that means, what breathing this air means. Does it mean smoking 10 cigarettes a day? Does it mean that it is equivalent to smoking 20 cigarettes a day? Help me understand that.
Yeah, obviously, back off because, when you're having so much of pollutants in the air, the PM particles and oxides. So whenever you, for example, when the adult people smoke, they are inhaling so much that all these particles and, gases goes inside. And when there is so much of pollution, this become, equivalent to around, 10 to 20 cigarettes, depending upon the pollution level. So if it is more than 450 or 800, then again, it will be equivalent to 20 cigarettes a day. So it's a very, very, the pathetic situation that we are dealing with. And then I think it's last, I think since 2014 or 15, we are talking, every year, but still again, we are at the same level. I think we have to be much more, take
That's
levels, drastic levels, so that,
this conversation never changes. This conversation never changes. This conversation, I'm saying this conversation never changes. In the last 8 to 9 years, I myself must have done some 100 conversations like these in all these years. The content of the conversation has remained the same because the problem has remained the same. That's the problem. Dr. Rakesh Yadav, you're a cardiologist at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Can you help me with what citizens can do right now? I'll tell you why I'm asking you this question. The NCPCR today has said, please, we are requesting the Delhi government shut schools. Now, God knows that no one wants to go into a lockdown again. We have seen 3 years of lockdown. And the last thing, are you just, by the way, by the seaside in Goa, Dr. Yadav?
You are very correct, but what I say, the shutting school is not a solution for this, because you are breathing this air in your home also.
Maybe a solution is going to Goa like you. No, I'm saying maybe the solution is going to Goa if you are in Goa right now, because I can see, a palm tree and the beach right behind you.
I always say that if you want
Is
to
that
clean
just
your
a,
air for the children. Hello, I'm audible.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, you are. Go ahead, please.
I always say that shutting the school, doing this is not going to work in this country, because this is a recurrent problem. And every time in November, October, you will have these problems. And there's a lot of other factors. I cannot blame particular thing, particular government, particular things. It cannot be blamed. It will be repeated every year because of so many factors. And the most important thing, not sending the school is not going to help you out. Because in your room also, if I am using the water purifier, air purifier, I see in the morning, if I don't switch on, it is 325 in my room also. So if you are breathing in your garden, in your room, in your house, why it will be same as in your school. But decreasing the vehicle number, sending the child to school is not going to solve the problem. So it's always, we always say, don't exercise too much in the garden when you have a lot of smoke. But you have to walk, you have to go outside, you have to breathe that air. And N95, we always say put N95, because put N95 mask is not only going to help with COVID or influenza, it is also going to help with pollution. But it's very difficult to put N95 and do and jogging, exercising, and we don't recommend at all that if you are putting an N95 mask, don't do exercise, because it has other repercussions. So overall, what I always, when you say that child should not go anywhere, if you measure the AQI in your house, it will be more than 250, 300. Anything which is normal, we believe it should be less than 50. If in a Western country, if you say that if AQI goes more than 50, it's a serious matter there. So 100 we take, in India we take 100 is okay. So this problem, I always say, and I always say, it is a problem for a cardiac patient, for a pulmonary patient, the child who are having cardiac problem. Yes, the pollution is not good for them, because we all know that the admission increases by 3 times in our casualty because they have these problems.
3 times the admission increases in your casualty at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences during this season. That should tell us about what pollution is doing to our health. Also, the fact that studies are showing us that if you live long enough, pollution is cutting your lifespan. If you live in this city, if you live in the NCR region, pollution is cutting your lifespan by at least 10 years.
Yes,
so
true.
is the only option to leave this city? Is the only option to leave this city? Perhaps it is for people who have the choice. Otherwise, there are a lot of people who make a living here and may not have that choice. Doctors, do stay with us. RP Singh, you're a spokesperson of the BJP. Mr. Abbas, you are speaking on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party today. Saeed Abbas, till how long will this blame game last? I mean, for the last 10 years, Delhi's pollution has refused to budge. There has been a graded action plan in place, a 15-point anti-pollution plan in place. Today, we were given a 5-point plan by the Aam Aadmi Party as well. What is the problem? The government of the people of Delhi have given you the mandate, have given the Aam Aadmi Party the mandate to rule this city, to run this city. And one of the promises that they have made consistently is, we'll clean up Delhi's air. It's not happened in the last 8 years.
Priyaji, I completely agree with you. I think there is absolutely no point to concede here. I've been on several panels, over 100 debates and discussions on the same, and I completely agree with you. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, I do not speak on behalf of any party. I speak on behalf of the people of Delhi today. I think Hath Jod Ke, it's high time both the Aam Aadmi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party need to come together to solve this issue. RP Singh Saab is a very well-renowned spokesperson of the BJP and a leader I respect. He's my big brother. So therefore, I tell you, sir, when an environmental minister of Delhi, Shri Gopal Rai Saab, seeks to have a meeting with the Ministry of Home Affairs, kindly oblige to him. I think ML Khattar Saab, Bhagwan Man Saab, Arvind Kejriwal ji, Gopal Rai ji, and our Honorable Amit Shah Saab need to come together for the solution to this. Till when will people suffer to this? It's very easy for me to come on this debate panel, discuss, come with solutions, but
No,
enough
Mr.
of talk,
Abbas.
time to bring in
But
action.
Mr. Abbas,
Also, as a matter of fact,
Mr. Abbas, look at
Shreya ji,
what
yeah.
is Mr. Gopal Rai said. Ek minute. What is Mr. Gopal Rai said today? What is Mr. Gopal Rai said today? That Delhi's pollution, only 50% of it is Delhi's own doing. The rest is coming from BJP ruled states of Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, from Ghaziabad, from Faridabad, from Noida, from.
Absolutely,
Now he
Shreya
may
ji.
have a point, but the fact is that no, he may have a point, but how does that make things better or worse in the national capital? First. Secondly, what is he saying? He's saying ये BJP वाले पटाखे चलाने के लिए number one. But when it comes to actually doing anything about pollution, they are actually the ones who are sabotaging our efforts and making
Shreya ji, it is
farmers
the same
criminals
reason.
in this.
Absolutely, Shreya
What
ji.
is he doing? He's
Yes,
playing
Shreya ji.
politics only, na? When he makes statements like this, what is he doing?
Shreya ji, it is the same reason why I, with folded hands, request the political parties, AAP, Gopal Rai Saab, and ML Khattar Saab across party lines. This is nothing but a national disaster. This is catastrophic. To me, when I come from Bangalore, when I visit Delhi quite often, when I land the airport, absolutely, it's worse than I think even smoking a cigarette. And this is being affected through all. So therefore, these political people who come into
So
power
you agree
must
that in the
and
last
should
8
work for the
years,
people of Delhi.
so in the last
Yeah,
8
sure.
years, you agree then in the last 8 years, the Aam Aadmi Party has not been able to do anything. RP Singh come in here, is it only the Aam Aadmi Party's job to clean up Delhi's air or the NCR's air? This is like a pond. You can't say I'm cleaning up only Delhi's air and the rest can be dirty, because that's not how air sheds work.
Okay, Shreya, thank you for inviting me for your debate. And the first time I'm joining you on your debate after you joined Mirror now. I hope we'll go forward with a positive note today, because this debate is not tu mama or versus someone. Let me just give you some pointers, and that will help us to understand where do we stand and what can we do. The pointer is that the parali burning, the stubble burning in Punjab has increased by almost 34%, 1,214. This is the data by Punjab government, which was 7,648 last year. In Haryana, it has come down by almost the same percentage, from 2873 to 1700 this year. So, I'm not pointing fingers, but I'm saying is center provided for the fund for 2 lakh machines to be bought for all 4 states put together, in which majority of the machines went to the Punjab. Almost 1,21,000 machines went to the Punjab. Now, are these machines being used? Is there any tracking system for machine being used or not? One. Secondly, our good friend Mr. Kejriwal last year was talking about decomposer. कि हमने एक decomposer ढूंढ लिया. PUSA has helped us to build up a decomposer. PUSA, the government of India agency, has built up a decomposer. I remember they bought some decomposer worth some 29 lakh rupees and did a publicity worth 30 crore rupees for that. The decomposer, we were happy with that. At least let the farmers, let the people be aware that there's a decomposer which can help farmers manage this. I'll appreciate if you can ask your research team to talk to the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab. How much decomposer have they bought this year, which they publicized so much last year? I've checked because Pusa falls very near to me. It's hardly 5 minutes walking distance from my house. I checked with the officers there. Not a single penny of decomposer has been purchased by the Punjab government. But yes, publicity is too big. That's the problem is that you only do knee-jerk reactions. Can you give me a second? We do knee-jerk reactions. We need to work out. Like for example, there has been an Eastern Periphery Road and Western Periphery Road in Delhi, which was built by the Mr. Gadkari's department, which doesn't allow now the trucks to come in Delhi. The heavy vehicle doesn't come in Delhi anymore. And then all year, all season through, they move through the Eastern or Western Periphery Road without touching Delhi, inside of Delhi. Give me another second. Now, Delhi needed 11,000 buses some 5 years ago. How many we have? 3,782 total buses. We have thought of that we will get last mile connectivity. I mean, if I have to come from my house, I have to go pick up a metro. I travel by metro. You can follow my Twitter whenever I travel by metro. I put that on tweet also. So, but do I have a transport from my house to the metro station? No. We need to build that. We need to build up transportation system. One. Secondly, we need to do mechanized dusting of the roads. There's a machine which is there available, but how many machines are there on ground? None. Thirdly, we need to have a red light free city. How many flyovers,
as a farmer,
under bridges, over bridges? Give me a second. Give me a second.
You know, RP Singh ji.
Give me a second.
RP Singh ji, I understand. You know, I have the others to. Yeah, just make the point you are, because I'm just going to do a fact check when it comes to Haryana's farm fires.
Very small.
Have
very
we
small.
seen a dip
10 seconds
from last year? We have seen. एक minute. We have एक second. We have seen a dip. एक second हो जाएगी. एक second रुक जाइए. We have seen a dip. We have seen a dip. What you're saying is right. In Haryana, we have seen a dip. Now you're a farmer yourself. There were the rains, right? The sowing season was delayed. Therefore, the harvesting season was delayed. So what we are seeing in Haryana is not a stoppage of farm fires, but a possible delay. आएगा, अभी नहीं आया है, लेकिन आएगा. And again, by bringing up paralis, Mr. Singh,
let me.
You make the discussion political. You say कि हमें discussion political नहीं करना चाहिए about pollution, but when you speak about parali, you make the discussion political. You have blamed the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab. What about Uttar Pradesh? Do you know what the AQI level of Bahadurgarh was yesterday? Pollution is not Delhi's problem alone.
Now,
the central government, this is the seat of power. RP Singh ji, this is the seat of power. This is our shan. This is where the Prime Minister of India resides in. This is where the President of India resides in. The BJP is in power in this country. The Aam Aadmi Party is in power only in 2 states. Why this tutu meme? Why is the center not taking the initiative to clean up Delhi's air? भाई बैठो एक दूसरे के साथ बात करो and do it in January so that in November we don't have to suffer the way we are right now.
जी, can I say something now? मैं जिस बात पे आपने मुझे टोका मैं बात पूरी करूं, फिर मैं आपकी बात का उत्तर भी दे रहा हूं. दिल्ली के अंदर दिल्ली रेड लाइट फ्री हो सकती है अगर ये हमारे साथ बैठकर चर्चा कर लें, मेरे साथ कर लें. मैं बता दूंगा दिल्ली रेड लाइट फ्री हो सकती है. हीरा दीक्षित जी की डेथ के बाद जो उन्होंने फ्लाईओवर्स बनाए थे, उसके अलावा एक नया फ्लाईओवर, एक नया अंडरपास नहीं बना दिल्ली के अंदर. आज दिल्ली रेड लाइट फ्री करने की कोशिश करें ना जी. दिल्ली में 50%
अरे आपके एलजी साहब ही तो रोक रहे हैं ना रेड लाइट ऑन गाड़ी ऑफ. उन्हीं ने फाइल रोक रखा है. पॉलिटिक्स कौन कर रहा है पोल्यूशन पे? लुक एट व्हाट योर एलजी इज डूइंग आल्सो ना.
मैं बात करूं. मैं श्रेया जी प्लीज, आप 2 चीजें मिक्सअप कर गई. मैंने रेड लाइट ऑन और ऑफ की गाड़ी ऑन ऑफ की बात नहीं करी. रेड लाइट पे मैंने कहा दिल्ली को, पूरी दिल्ली को रेड लाइट फ्री बनाने की जरूरत है. एंड इट्स पॉसिबल. It's not possible. Red light free. When there is no red light, you just keep moving on and off from the road. वो पॉसिबल है, पर वो उस पर थोड़ा दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत है. परंतु दिमाग तो राजनीति में चलता है, दिमाग पैसा कमाने में चलता है, दिमाग स्कैम्स में चलता है. मैं अगली बात बताता हूँ और सोल्यूशन दे रहा हूँ मैं बात का. दिल्ली के अंदर इंडस्ट्रियल पोल्यूशन इक्वली कंट्रीब्यूट करता है. क्या किया हम लोगों ने इंडस्ट्रियल पोल्यूशन को लेकर? क्या हमारे पास कोई स्कीम है कि हम उसको इंडस्ट्रियल पोल्यूशन को कैसे कम करेंगे? तो कोई काम नहीं हो रहा. दिल्ली के अंदर ग्रीन कवर पिछले 8 साल में सिर्फ 1.2% बढ़ा है. ओनली 1.2%. अरे ये आप 10 से 20% तक दिल्ली में सड़कें खड़ी हैं. आप दिल्ली का एक पैच में छोड़ो जो कि मिट्टी से भरा हो. सब पैच पे श्रब्स हो, वहाँ ट्रीज हो, वहाँ पे पेड़ हो, पौधे हो, ताकि हवा भी आए, पॉल्यूशन भी दूर हो और मिट्टी भी नहीं उड़ेगी.
Mr. RP Singh,
वाला काम है.
Mr. RP Singh,
difficult.
is the central government so helpless that it cannot do what you are recommending? No, tell me, is the central government so helpless that it cannot do what you are recommending? The problem is that there is confrontational politics between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, and it's very easy to politicize things like Parali. because it lends to a great tutu meme, and
answer
real
de do
questions will
Purani
never
ka
get
aapko.
addressed. Solutions that
No,
need
not
need
at
to be
all.
found will never be
Don't-
found. Dr.
No.
Rakesh Yadav, give me a minute. Dr. Rakesh Yadav, as a doctor,
Sir.
you, एक minute, sir. As a doctor, you know, sir, in any case, Paralis ka, what is the contribution to Delhi's pollution? That varies. You know that the central government themselves have admitted to court in the Supreme Court that overall it is 10%. Yes, in these months, in this 1 month, it increases sometimes to 30% as well. Dr. Rakesh Yadav, I want you to come in here. My producer is telling me that I'm running out of time, but I really need you to come in here and tell me that when you see, you know, this political mudslinging every year over pollution, what is it that doctors like you think to yourselves?
You are asking the solution. I think you are asking the solution. What should be?
नहीं sir, solution नहीं. मैं तो आपसे I'm asking you, what do you think when you see the every day during pollution season in the last 8-9 years we have seen the same tutu meme. I want to ask you what people like you who see this health emergency every day and you know just how grave the crisis is, because you're looking at patients who are coming to you with diseases that can possibly not be cured. What do you think to yourself? Does it anger you? Does it frustrate you? I want to know what doctors like you feel.
Really, if you say as a doctor and as a cardiologist especially, it's really frustrating. You give a medicine to the patient. Patient is very well stabilized in month of August, and suddenly in October, November, his breathlessness increases. The patient deteriorates, come to the casualty with all these medications. So it really sometimes become very frustrated. Patient says, Doctor, should I leave this Delhi and go to some hill station for this period? I have to leave my job. I have to leave my family. So really, sometimes it's really frustrated. We are really frustrated. All the doctors are really frustrated. You can say the public opinion are that doctors are very happy in this season because they get a lot of patients. Absolutely is not true. No doctor is happy seeing his patient worsening. So absolutely, you are very correct. Until if you read, you are showing in lower column the AQI index at Jahangirpuri 420. Seeing this really feel frustration. That is sure for everybody, for every doctor. Don't think the doctor feel proud that the patients are increasing in this time.
Absolutely not. I know that. Thank you very much, doctors, for joining us, and to the spokespersons of the BJP and the AAP joining us as well, Abbas and RP Singh. Thank you very much for your time.